Good morning, sir. Now, let's begin with the story that is in the front page of the Business Day today. And it's all about Pravin Gordhan. Is his future secured in government?
Well, unfortunately, Xoli, I think his future is hanging in the balance. I mean, the statement by the Deputy President about Eskom goes beyond just the board. I mean, the Deputy President actually cast a dark shadow the management of Eskom, what has been happening at Eskom. And it is well known that Pravin Gordhan, the minister, was someone who spearheaded what was going on, someone who spearheaded that stabilization of Eskom. And things have not gone so well. So now the Deputy President actually cast a dark shadow on that. So it's not a surprise that we have seen in the January 8 statement, Xoli, COSATU, they stopped short of calling for a cabinet minister's resignation. I mean, I think the president of COSATU had to restrain herself there, got very close to calling for Pravin's resignation. So his future is hanging in the balance. But this is going to be a big test for this presidency, Xoli, because he's a key ally. And if Pravin is gone, it actually says that you can actually overrun this presidency.
He's the chief anti-corruption buster, as he has been described by some. But the interesting bit here, Mr. Mathekga, is that you have the deputy president who made these comments, which some are interpreting to have led to the resignation of the Eskom board chairperson, Jabu Mabuza. The deputy president leads the Eskom war room, but he also sits at Luthuli House and chairs the deployment committee in Eskom. Now, the talk is that you have had Pravin Gordhan sidestepping some of the candidates that ought to have been appointed in some of these state-owned enterprises. How are these two going to work together? Is a cabinet reshuffle perhaps inevitable?
Well, the deputy president is a straight shooter on this. He's not the most diplomatic person. He goes at something straight. Actually, his statement was to say that everyone who was involved at Eskom actually failed. That included Minister Pravin Gordhan. And I think that what we are seeing here, it's the President Cyril Ramaphosa, trying to salvage the board of Eskom, the management of Eskom. I mean, I was listening to the speech where the President is talking about supporting Eskom, while the Deputy President is saying that everybody else failed. But we have to look at where consequences are coming. We are seeing here the voice of the Deputy President that seems to be carrying more weight. There is a consequence in relation to what he's saying. What the President is unfortunately doing is to manage the statement by the Deputy President. This just shows the administration that is very incoherent here, Xoli. And I think this is how, factionalism, maybe even interest group have actually infiltrated the functioning of state institutions. You don't really know who is talking, Xoli. And these people are supposed to be talking in united. This is a key policy issue, that is Eskom. If they fail to demonstrate coherence there, where else would it matter?
Importantly, the other topic that the President touched on at the weekend during that delivery of the January 8 statement is the support, again reiterating the support of small businesses. The argument again goes, or it takes us back to Eskom. How can he say with a straight face that government is going to support the development of small businesses when these very same small businesses rely on this unreliable power supply? It's scuppering all of those.
I think this is crisis management, Xoli. The President goes out and says that we want to procure power from private generators, and goes on emphatically and say that Eskom will not be privatized. For me, he's trying to manage stakeholders, and I think something that is very clear is that there is no consensus within the ANC, Xoli, as to what to do with Eskom. I mean, look, we can agree that there is management failure, we can agree that there are operational problems at Eskom, but when it comes to the crux of the issue, regarding the ANC, their strategic decision regarding this, there is no consensus as to whether should the ANC-led government continue to hold Eskom. Will Eskom still continue to serve the strategic interest of the party transformation as it is? You need to be dealing with that. And there is no consensus on this. And I think that, of course, the unions, that they've played their cards very open, and they are a serious power broker within this COSATU. They're saying that they will not take any measure that involve cutting down the jobs. And any president who can undertake austerity measure in a time such as this, I'm telling you, you'll be the most unpopular ever. It's almost undoable.
Dr. Ralph Mathekga, thank you very much for those insights. He is political analyst. On to